Welcome to Comfort Time with Auntyyunike, where we share testimony stories. Today's story is the clinic about DNA. So there was an outcry. We saw the men's network write about it, supporting it, and we saw some people going against it. And so we call again Mr. Nelson Banda from the Men's Network to come and explain why is this a good thing for the men and not a good thing for the women. Mr. Banda, you're truly welcome. Thank you for coming, and please walk us through all this confusion. What is going on?
No, thank you
why
very much.
has it brought such an outcry?
Well, like you are saying, it has brought a lot of debate in the country. Some are against, others are in favor. But I think it's good for everyone.
Okay.
If someone knows that they have not been cheating on the partners, then it is good for them. Apart from those that have got their own issues, if they know that they have been, cheating on the partners, then they have got something to worry about. But if all of you have no issues surrounding, the child, then why you worry about it? Okay, so it is something which is okay. But apart from those that have been cheating.
Okay, I noticed that as a country, we have maybe those that have been debating, we've been focusing mostly on the issue of paternity of children. But DNA goes far beyond that.
Yeah, it goes far beyond, not only on paternity issues. For instance, there could be instances where authorities, particularly the police, would want to investigate some criminal cases to warrant a prosecution.
Yes.
Then they will use DNA.
Yeah, because people are in jail for crimes they never committed.
Yes, that's a very important aspect.
Yeah, and yet DNA could free them, could do so much for them. So I was surprised to see that the focus is mostly on paternity, and I couldn't believe that anybody would be concerned about it. It's something that any couple should readily allow, So does it mean that, one of the captions was saying a lot of children are being raised by men that whose paternity they don't know. So don't confuse things. Is that fair, really? Is that fair to say don't let a person know if that is their child? Allow that child to be brought up by someone. And then the sad part is that yes, that person can bring up that child, but in future that child will want to know the true father. And then that will bring a problem. And imagine the pain that the poor man will feel knowing that invested so much emotionally, physically, financially in a child who was not his, and at the end of the day just to be told, I want to go to my real father.
Yeah, all those are implications of the situation. So others are in favor, others are against. But I think, like you were saying, if both of you have not been having issues around the birth of the child, then I think it is good for you.
It's good.
It can also be used in other instances when the authorities are conducting some investigations.
Yeah, I think there are so many, because it could be even someone who has died.
Yes.
Maybe you are not able to tell, maybe the body has decomposed and you are not able to tell. You can use DNA and still be able to bury the right body.
Yes.
So really, I think it's unfortunate that we've concentrated more on paternity, trying to hide the evil that we do, rather than look on the good that can come out of that.
And I think we need to educate members of the family what is this called DNA? Because
what is it?
yeah,
Yes.
what is it? What can it do? What are the advantages? Because
Yes.
others might want to abuse it.
Mm.
Okay, I've heard conversations amongst men say, yeah, there are so many of us who are keeping children who are not ours.
Mm.
Okay, these are everyday conversations amongst the men. Yes, some women also are saying no, it is not good because it will reveal who the true
father of the child is. As they know,
yeah.
it's only the mother who knows the father of the child.
Yeah. So you can imagine that someone discovers, and in secondary school, they're about 19, then only to learn that this is not your real father. It's quite devastating
for the child, even for the father.
Yes.
I think that's the way it's not fair. You focus maybe on you as a woman to hide the wrong that you have done, but you forget the pain you are causing to both the child and to the man that you have given the child to without his say-so. It's really unfortunate. I think, as you say, a lot of sensitization needs to happen.
It needs to, and I think people should take time to go to the facility, ask questions. I'm sure it is open to the public, so that when they ask those questions, they'll be able to understand more about that facility. I think in the 10 years ago, samples were sent abroad for analysis. Yes,
and it took a long time.
It took a long time. It was also expensive to send those samples outside the country. But now, the government with the other cooperating partners have set up the facilities here in the country, which I think people should find time to ask about the functions and how they can benefit from the facility, because it's not only about paternity. It has got a whole range.
It's wider. And on paternity also, it could be there are times when we've heard stories of my child was switched at the hospital. Or sometimes you have a child and you're seeing mannerisms or something in the child that you feel you have not encountered as a family. Maybe other members of the family will come and visit and they will say something about this child. Are you sure this child is yours? You could go and have that DNA and confirm. And if the child is not yours, accept. The thing they are forgetting is that if you got involved with someone else, got pregnant, maybe you were pregnant at the time you were getting married, and the child belongs to someone else. If you know, it's only right that you inform the man he loves you, he'll still marry you. And if you don't know, you are not sure, you have the taste, and that man, if he loves you enough, he loves the child enough, it's not going to be a problem. At least you accept that child, he'll be with you, with the child, knowing that this is not my child, but I love my wife, I love this child, so I'll bring it up as my own. I think that's a fair way of dealing with it.
And those that may find themselves in that situation, I think there are institutions that can also provide counseling at that level, so that both of you are helped.
You need to be counseled, because it's a trauma.
It's a trauma, and you are about to start settling down, and only to discover certain things. It's very traumatizing for both. And not only both of the two of you, but all those that come.
Yes, the family also gets traumatized because as you accept the two of you that it's okay, maybe the family does not accept that it's okay. So everyone needs to be brought on board. Counseling needs to take place so that that child is accepted by everyone, by the family, by the couple. I think it's only fair.
It is.
It's selfish to think I don't want him to know, I don't want them to know, as long as I know. It's not right. It's not right.
Yeah, there was so much debate about it.
No, I can imagine.
Yes, yeah.
I can imagine.
So it's important for members of the public to really understand that it can be used beyond.
Yes, beyond paternity.
Yeah, there are other things involved that people want to make use of the facility. Yeah, but I think the general debate was more on
paternity.
Because
so what are we hiding? What are we hiding?
A lot of us have got issues in the wardrobe. So
instead of saying, my friend, you have a problem, so I'm going to help you, right? Because before it used to be arranged. If your husband is not able to have a child, you go as a couple. You agree that maybe a brother to the husband or a cousin will impregnate the woman, and then you have your child, and it was acceptable. But that child is from the family. So that can be arranged. So there's no need of you just doing it privately, because it's also torture for you, not knowing when it's going to be discovered.
And
you're not free. You're not free at all.
And you can imagine you are somewhere along Great East Road coming from Charleston. You are driving your child to school. All of a sudden you're 10, and your child is about 8. You ask, where are we going? Children are also very curious about certain things. So you come from there, and he or she will tell the mother, we went to this place and this is what happened. And then from there, trouble begins. Trouble begins, which might also lead to GBV, because when those things are revealed, your family life will not be the same.
No, it will not be the same.
It will not be the same. It will affect the child first, and then the child also discloses to the mother, and then the trouble begins in the family.
No, it's really something that should be embraced as a way of providing solution, not as a way of exposing the wrong that is going on. I think what's close to my heart is the issue of those people who are in jail who don't need to be there. I've seen so many movies, I've read so many books of people who have been in jail sometimes 20 years and more, just to discover that they were wrongly convicted. So I think this is a very good thing for our country, and we need to commend our government.
It will solve a lot of criminal puzzles that have gone wrong in the past.
So thank you so much, Mr. Banda. We're so grateful
that so much for the invitation.
On it. So please, I think even we need to sensitize the people, sensitize the men to look at it as not a way of punishing the women. If they discover that they have been raising other people's children, let them at least talk to the women. Why did this happen? Where were they, in what? Because sometimes someone is in a space where they feel they can't disclose, and there's so much pressure from the family, pressure from themselves, pressure from friends. So they end up just hiding the truth. But try and have a conversation, understanding that these things happen, and see what is the positive way forward for you as a couple, for your family that is also involved. Because in Africa, it's not about two people. In Africa, it's families. And I'm sure it's the same everywhere. But it's worse here because everybody feels they're part of whatever union that is. So thank you very much, Men's Network, once again, for being on it.
It was it is a very interesting debate. And I think it would be nice to take it into the community, the church, and other spaces where people can, talk about it.
Understand it even more. So there you have it. The DNA clinic. It's for our good. It's not here to expose our secrets. No. It's here to help us if we have secrets, there's no need to have a secret in a home between you and your husband or you and your wife. Explain to them. You'll be surprised that someone is very understanding. This will help us with people who are in prison, as we said, who are wrongly convicted, a lot of other burying wrong bodies, as we have said. So there's so much good that can come out of that if we embrace it. So please sensitize every other next person you meet. Let them know the values of having a DNA clinic, the problems that it will solve. So thank you very much for watching. If you have subscribed, thank you. If you haven't, please do. And remember to give us a thumbs up so that this video can go to many other people. Stay blessed. See you in the next video.